Thank you very much, Ben. Ben's absolutely right. While I'm an MP and I'm the SNP health spokesperson at Westminster, I'm a breast cancer surgeon to trade and spent about a year and a half working as a volunteer in Gaza just after the first Gulf War in 91 and 92 and during the first Intifada, and worked with medical aid for Palestinians. After being elected, I got the chance to go on a fact-finding mission in Gaza. At that stage, I did say to them, you know, I don't do trauma, I don't do big general surgery anymore. I'm very focused on breast cancer surgery. And I kind of was thinking I wouldn't really be of a great deal of use. But what I found was the lack of treatment options, the lack of support for women in Gaza. And I found it tragic that every woman I met had undergone mastectomy and radical surgery under her arm. And many of them, indeed half of them, had significant complications. So I really appreciated MAP set up a breast cancer project with me, and we've set up what we call a medical bridge between specialists in Scotland and our colleagues in Shifa and Nasser hospitals in Gaza. We go twice a year with a full team to do team-to-team training, and normally at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, specialists from Scotland through Skype will discuss all the patients and do the treatment planning. Unfortunately now, with COVID really getting a grip in Gaza, those meetings have been cancelled last week and this morning because our colleagues in Gaza are not allowed to move. The siege causes shortages of drugs, shortages of chemotherapy, shortages of supplies. But one of the particular things is it's very difficult for people to leave Gaza. So the doctors struggle to travel to conferences or training courses, and that's why we want to share our knowledge with them through the medical bridge. But the women with breast cancer are also often prevented from traveling to Jerusalem to access radiotherapy. There was a study in 2011 by one of the American colleges that showed that the survival from breast cancer in Gaza was half what it is here in the UK. But it was also half what it would be just a few miles along the coast in Ashkelon. This is not women who are living in the middle of a desert somewhere, hundreds of miles from healthcare. This poor survival is a political decision to keep Gaza under blockade. And now, on top of all the chronic problems they have delivering healthcare, they are facing COVID. Ironically, the blockade slowed the spread of COVID into Gaza, and sensibly the approach was to focus on quarantine. But over this last week, the community cases have soared from just 4 to well over 500. And anyone who knows Gaza will know the disaster that this is likely to be. They need more test kits, they need more ventilators, they need more medical supplies, but mostly they need the end of the siege. When I lived in Gaza, I was there on the first day of the Madrid Peace Conference, of what led to the Oslo Accords, what was meant to be a peace process. While there was a lot of disruption and even violence in the morning, by late afternoon, I was moved to tears to see young men climbing up on Israeli armored cars and handing olive branches to the Israeli soldiers. That was the degree of hope and optimism that people had at that time. And what really breaks my heart when I go to Gaza every year is to see that conditions in Gaza now are so much worse than when I lived there. When I lived there, you could drink the water. When I lived there, there was no shortage of food. We need an end to the siege. We need an end to the occupation. And we finally need recognition of Palestine. If the UK says they believe in a two-state solution, they should recognize both of those two states. I have a great affection for all my colleagues, my friends of many years in Gaza, and for the people who are there. And now they are really in their hour of need. So all of us need to do every little thing we can to help them. Thank you.